2.
Hi, everyone.
It'll be 25.
I'll be through again. This is the CU podcast for May 7th, Tuesday. Wow, it's already May 2019. Alongside Ian Ferguson. I'm your party host as well, Pat Contry. We'll be talking about lots of fun stuff like the Spiderman trailer, Far From Home. Riot Games having an employee walkout. Sonic the Hedgehog movie update. Epic Games acquires Psyonix, our local nice huge indie game developer.
Yes,
they're like 10 minutes away. Randy Pitchford meltdown. That's fun, and more. Q&A, maybe a Patreon poll topic. Ian, do you have Ivani's birthday present that she said for you to give to me?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I had to run out of the house this morning and I forgot.
You know what would have been a great birthday present? My Bloodsport shirt would have been fantastic if you wrapped up. It would have been such a good little heartwarming moment for the podcast. My shirt you've had for now 2 years.
Yep.
That would have been heartwarming.
Would have been.
Are you wearing them both at least like equal times? You're like, so you're not wearing one out more than the other. Are you
Most likely, yeah.
Are you turning them inside out when you put them in the washer?
Oh, we always inside out and we hang dry.
So you don't ruin my shirt?
No, we hang dry.
You know my shirt's on loan. It's like a loaner right now.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a beater.
Is this something you can hold over me like for the rest of our lives that you have my shirt?
Yes. It's my one bargaining chip.
This gives you the chubby. This is your leverage on the podcast.
This is it.
When we negotiate. Like, well, Pat, you don't want anything happen to that Bloodsport shirt, do you? I'll be like, you're right, Ian. You get all the monies.
I'll throw it on high.
Oh, you're gonna
for 3 hours.
Oh, in the dryer, you're gonna threaten. It'll be a schmedium.
Yes, it'll be a schmedium.
It'll be a schmedium. I swear those schmediums to work back when in my mid-20s. God, that was a mistake. Oh man, I won't get into now my office life. I really don't never talk about that much, but it was interesting how people thought about me in like my mid-20s, like 25, 26, 27. It was interesting. I was like just coming off the metrosexual days a little bit. So I probably didn't help.
I see.
For how people thought about me, men and women.
That's when you had the real tight.
Oh, I had the
real tight haircut. Yeah,
tight and cropped. Yeah, that's right.
High and tight.
High and tight. That's what it is. Could have been in the military. At that point, no, it wasn't super short. It was like how it was when I first moved here. Yeah, it's like this suits me better.
I mean, it's exaggeration.
This suits me better. I look younger with the full head of hair. I think anyway. What was I gonna say? So, birthday's coming up. I have nothing really planned. I think a couple of friends separately want to take me out to dinner. Someone wanted me to go somewhere on a trip. I'm like, I can't go away for a week. There's too much going on. I got to work on the Super Nintendo book. The NES book should be finalized for the reprint, so that's good. Super Nintendo book, I'm putting in overtime. Fighting crime. That's a mass theme. So that hopefully will go to print. Hopefully later in May, and then it'll still ship sometime in July. That's the goal. So I'm not, even though it's a little bit behind, I'm still on track, kind of. It won't be 6 months behind like the NES book was, that's for sure. That's good. And then what else is going on? Anything else in your life besides it's good that you got a new appliance, but it's bad that they didn't do it right.
Yeah, well, we're trying to get a lot of things fixed in the apartment, and they're dragging their feet on it. But hey, that's landlords. Other than that, I made a pitcher of grape Kool-Aid yesterday. Best expenditure of empty calories that I can think of. Very good.
You just thought, I'm just going to go in the supermarket and buy some Kool-Aid.
Yeah, that's actually what happened. I walked by and I was like, hey, grape Kool-Aid, I'm going to buy some of that and make it. And it worked out well for me. My
parents never used to buy Kool-Aid. It was, I guess, it was somehow too expensive Kool-Aid. I don't remember Kool-Aid being expensive, but they never bought it for us.
No, it's not. It was like,
okay, well,
it was like 15 cents a packet.
Well, my mom must have worked it down her head and bought us the Juicy Juice instead, which was probably worse for you, to be honest.
And more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. My mom used to buy stuff only on sale. So we got you get Hawaiian Punch week 1, week 2 you get Juicy Juice, week 3 you get whatever apple juice was on sale. It wasn't a consistent diet of awful drinks.
It would just follow the circulars.
Yes, that's how my mom bought us food.
That's how my mom bought us food too.
But every once in a while, you finally get the one thing you asked for 3 months ago that you saw on TV or what have you. And then, it was like the perfect moment of there was a coupon for it and it was on sale. So my mom would work out. That's why I'm crazy with working out deals. My mom perfected it. But then you wouldn't get that item again for 3 years. So don't get used to that good thing you liked, because you got to wait for the next cycle for the next red blood moon, for it to come on sale and there be a coupon for it. So you like reduce the cost by 75%.
Yeah, anytime you
That's a great way to live, Mom.
Anytime you saw something name brand, it was like, oh, this is a once a year thing.
Yeah.
The only things name brand we ever really bought in the house when I was younger was my dad loved Pop-Tarts, so name brand Pop-Tarts about once a month. And
I didn't know there was off-brand Pop-Tarts.
Oh yeah, there's off-brand Pop-Tarts.
There was that strudel thing.
And my dad toaster strudels. Those are delicious.
They're great for kids to have that in the morning.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have a cake for breakfast? That's basically what you're doing.
Actually, the cake is probably healthier.
I mean,
toaster strudels, it's like they're frozen.
It's when you put the stuff on the package.
Yeah, you put the cheese sauce on the top.
It's basically cheese sauce. Yeah, it might as well be cheese sauce, nacho sauce.
But they come out.
It's pure sugar.
I love toaster strudels.
It's pure jelly sugar.
But they come out of the toaster oven greasy. Like,
yes, the fat baked in, yeah. And then you're putting the sugar on top. Okay, go to school. Like, how did you think that was a healthy breakfast, Mom and Dad? How do you think that was good? It should be illegal, I think, because Pop-Tarts are like, those are bad.
Yeah.
Toaster strudels were like up it to the next level. We'll just have it lard infused with the jelly packet on the side.
Flaky crust.
And you wonder why we have an obesity epidemic in the U.S. It starts when you're small. I'm not saying, parents, that you had to like look out for every meal, but don't let me eat toaster strudel. I'm not sure I even asked for it, Ian. I think my mom just bought it because it was on sale.
It's something you put in the toaster. It's a strudel. It must be healthier.
Yeah, it's healthier than... You know what? There was always this bad rap against eggs and bacon back in the day. Like, it was so awful.
Oh, you weren't supposed to touch
eggs are going to kill you. Bacon's going to kill you. You know what's going to kill you? Toaster strudel is going to fucking kill you. That's what's going to kill you. Bacon and eggs won't make me a diabetic. Toaster strudel will.
Eggs make the world go around, man.
I think there's always like PR battles. Food. There's always PR battles between like these different like the milk industry and the egg people, the egg union, if you want to call them. And seriously, there has to be, because it's always every 5 years they try to get these studies coming out like, oh, you're only going to have eggs once a week. It was something like that. But there was always something going on like that. Well, you should have more carbs than protein and fat, which is now known as bullshit.
Yeah.
That you need just as much protein as carbs, if not more. So there's always, I think there's like all these food battles going on behind the scenes. The whole fucking food pyramid is a crock of shit.
Oh yeah.
But someone pushed that.
That's just a scheme. That was just...
Someone paid off someone in our government to push it on kids.
Big grain. Big grain.
Because we learned that... No, but seriously, we learned that in school.
Yeah.
That, you should have the most carbs. No, you shouldn't. Sorry, this is becoming a health podcast now. Like, no, most people shouldn't have more carbs.
I mean, maybe in 1850, when all we were doing was working on...
Yeah, when everyone was a farmer.
Yeah.
And burning it off.
Yeah, exactly. But no one's a farmer
You always have some bread in your back pocket in the fields and gnawing on it. Humans didn't eat a bunch of grains for most of their food throughout our evolution. Now we're going off on a tangent. It's becoming another podcast.
It's fine.
But we decided we had to have cereal every fucking day of our lives. What was I talking about? Oh, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Spider-Man Far From Home is supposed to kick off, spoilers, right after Avengers Endgame. It's been like a week and a half. You've had to see it by now. And so it deals with the ramifications of the snapback. Everyone's back. And so Nick Fury and Maria Hill are there. Peter goes on vacation. And then it's revealed, the biggest thing about the revelation was that I guess it's with the new snap. I was halfway off with my theory, but it sounds like the new snap made a multiverse. They kind of come out straight out and say it. We have a multiverse. So Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who was originally going to be Tobey Maguire's replacement in Spider-Man 2, because Tobey Maguire hurt his back filming Seabiscuit. He almost couldn't do the movie. Now he's in a Spider-Man movie, like 15 years later, playing Mysterio, which is an old school geeky Spider-Man villain. But now it's framed that he's a hero in his own multiverse, in his own dimension, and somehow came into ours. So like he's been hired with Spider-Man along with S.H.I.E.L.D. to fight these elemental monsters, like you see in the first trailer, trailer, like the fire and water creatures and stuff. So it's a weird sort of way to do Mysterio, but Mysterio is also like a con artist.
Yeah.
And he's also, a guy who makes shit up. That's part of his nature and illusion. So it'd be interesting to see where they take it, but I do like the fact that they're finally doing a character like Mysterio. I'm still waiting for someone like Kraven, but Mysterio is someone that's a decent character that maybe cannot carry the whole movie himself, but he can be thrown in the mix.
Sure.
But what I don't like about the trailer, I tweeted about it. I hate the fact that Spider-Man's still using Iron Man tech. He's mini Iron Man.
Oh, is he using Iron Man tech?
He's still using the Iron Spider costume. And in the first scene, it shows him fighting, like he's the first probably 10 minutes will be him fighting some robbers or something. And the fucking blades come out, whatever, blade leg things come out to help him fight. And I'm just like, I don't get why you need this. He is Spider-Man. His powers are incredible on their face. He is agile enough and quick enough with the spider sense to dodge gunfire. You don't need the suit to help him. It takes away from his own unique traits. And that's what I was trying to explain to people on Twitter. And people were like, well, Pat, we've seen that version of Spider-Man before in other movies and all the comics. It's like, yes, because that's the core Spider-Man. You understand? The spider sense and his reflexes and his webs, that's who Spider-Man is. Mini Stark is not Spider-Man. That's not who Spider-Man has been for the first 50 fucking years of his character. And I'm not sure why I'm getting blowback on this. To me, it'd be like, okay, we're going to do our Punisher, but instead of him having machine guns, he's got a nightstick and he's got a taser. To me, that's just as weird. You see, it doesn't speak to the core of the character. You can do Punisher taking out villains with a nightstick and a taser, but it's not the Punisher deep down. Is it really? Is it really? We can have Captain America, but we'll give him a long sword. It's like, okay, he can still be Captain America, but he's not really the core character anymore. You might like the long sword Captain America. I don't know.
That might be fun.
That might be fun, or give him a fencing foil.
Well, yeah, that would be good.
And then also in the trailer, it's like the secret identity thing, it doesn't matter at all, I guess, in the MCU, because MJ in the trailer says, oh yeah, I know you're Spider-Man. I'm just like, so it's not a secret to anyone anymore.
Well, that would be my nitpick, is simply that we need secret identities at some point.
The whole thing about Spider-Man, how it was
especially for Spider-Man,
it was such a huge deal in the Civil War when Tony brainwashed Peter to reveal his identity, is because he was trying to protect his family. And the theory is if people know who I am, they will come after my family. They'll come after Aunt May and my friends, and they would use as leverage or to attack him. Hell, that's what they did in all fucking 3 Spider-Man movies, which I hate. Is they had Mary Jane get kidnapped in all 3 fucking movies because somehow the villain found out that Mary Jane was connected to Spider-Man and Peter. So it's a lazy thing to do. It makes it too easy, but it's more realistic to have someone want to keep their identity a secret. I understand in the MCU though that's kind of thrown out the window. So it's just been the combination of things. I'm not liking this direction of the character. I'm just not. And I know I've joked about oh, gee, Mr. Stark, can I rub your toes for you? Peter Parker, we're seeing, and having Tony as a father figure. I get that. At some point, though, you have to reference. I know we've seen the Uncle Ben origin twice with the first 2 tries. You have to at least reference that Uncle Ben was somewhat important to Peter at some point in the MCU, though, because that's also core to the character. And they do reference it slightly in Civil War when they introduce, like, yeah, I didn't do something I was supposed to do. Something bad happened. But Uncle Ben's name hasn't even, I don't think, been uttered once in the first Spider-Man movie or in the MCU at all, which I thought was just at least got to bring up the guy once. You don't have to show the flashback, but at least bring him up.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the deal between Fox and Marvel.
Yeah, and that's the other thing about the multiverse was that I think it was like a co-agreement because Sony is going awfully full steam ahead with a Venom sequel. Venom made enough money. They're definitely doing the Morbius movie with Jared Leto playing Morbius.
They're doing a Venom sequel? I did not know that.
But more importantly, they're doing a fucking Morbius movie. The Living Vampire.
Okay.
A C- Marvel hero, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him. And then they're doing others. So they're finally going to do their own little Spider-Man movie thing besides Into the Spider-Verse, which is animated so that can be on its own. But they're using, I think Marvel is smartly using this multiverse way to say these other shitty Spider-Man movies don't have anything to do with us and they can exist in their own dimension.
Sure, that makes sense.
But except that Spider-Man exists in kind of both.
Sure.
But then again, Spider-Man wasn't in the Venom movie. So either way, I think they're covering their bases Disney and / Marvel with this bullshit that they can't prevent Sony from doing these other awful fucking movies. If Morbius makes any money, I'll be shocked. Like Venom was popular, 20 years ago. I can see that. Was Morbius ever a thing? Ever?
Not to my knowledge.
Was there ever Morbius shirts in Hot Topic I'm not aware of? I have a Venom shirt from when I was like 13. I have one. I don't remember ever those big Morbius arcs in the 90s. I don't remember them. They didn't happen. They didn't.
I don't recall them either, but I was not paying attention. Maybe he'll lose his Iron Man suit halfway through the movie.
Well, people were like, well, Pat, we got that version of Spider-Man at the end of Homecoming when he did his homemade suit. I'm like, yeah, that was for like 10 minutes of the movie, and then he went right back to the Iron Spider in the 2 Avengers movies, which I get. And then the other argument I saw was, well, he can't be fighting with just a regular suit against Thanos. What does Star-Lord have? A fucking leather jacket and jeans on. Yeah. What does Nebula have? A jumpsuit. Captain America has a regular suit with maybe a little bit of chainmail or whatever. I don't think this version even. So it's like that's not even an argument anymore. Like everyone. Except,
I don't think the chainmail ever made it into.
Scarlet Witch has a cool leather jacket on. Yeah, is it a leather jacket, like a long trench coat,
like a leatherette? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how we look at these movies. That's not like what they're wearing versus the armor. Like the only one armored up is War Machine and Iron Man. The only one who have real armor on them
because that's their gimmick.
Yeah. So that's not an excuse. That's weird. That's weird to me. And Doctor Strange just has a fucking cloak, so he can get punched out like anyone else. It's a magic cloak. It's a magic cloak.
Yes,
but I mean, he doesn't have like Under Armour on. He doesn't have like briefs on that are magical that protect him.
We don't know actually.
We don't know that.
We don't know.
Well, they are going to do a Doctor Strange too. So anyway, the name thing, the fact that there's home in both names is kind of weird to me too. But I don't. That just seems like just something strange. This is just a bad title of the movie. Far From Home is just a bad title.
Actually, I don't mind the title.
I just think it's weird. So I mean, is Home going to be in the third one? Returning Home. He's back in Queens for the third movie. Like
Home Improvement.
Home Improvement.
Home renovation.
He has to do up Aunt May's apartment after the lizard runs through it and wrecks it. Yeah. Can I get Craven in a movie? Just put Craven in a movie, trying to find the lizard. We just got the lizard though. They did the lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man. Which wasn't terrible, but I'm sorry. I'm depressed about stuff.
I want Sandman.
You want Sandman?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of depressed, it's not depressed. I found your gummy.
Oh, okay.
I found the Ian gummy.
All right.
The Remedy Plus OG peach rings. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
OG peach rings? Uh-huh. For medical use only. So Ian gave this to me last year. I don't think it was like February, March, when I was in a pretty bad state.
Yep.
Not that I'm in a great state now, but I was in a terrible state then, and I held on to it for a special occasion. I almost took it like yesterday. I think I should have, and I think I will take one before the podcast. Not in this one, but I'll do one in the future. Ian's looking like, holy shit, that's going to be weird.
It'll be fun.
I will be talking like this.
I mean, until you figure out the amount that you should have, you might feel heavy in the head.
Does it take like a half hour to kick in?
It takes about an hour and a half to kick in.
Hour and a half to digest
That's how
it?
people screw up on...
They keep taking it more?
They're like, it's not working. It's like, no, it takes about an hour and a half to kick in.
The digestive,
Yeah.
Okay, so one pod...
That's 20 milligrams.
So maybe I'll take a quarter before an hour and a half before the podcast when I get up?
Try a quarter.
And
Try a quarter. Go from there. 5 milligrams is going to be a walk in the park.
This is the topic that I like.
Walk in the park.
Am I talking like this?
No, you're not.
I'm not going to be talking like this. All right, yeah, my birthday's coming up. Thanks, Ian, for the presents.
Yep.
Anything else, Dan? I feel like I've been dominating this intro.
That's fine. It's all right.
You want to take this off? I'll just do this on my own. The rest of it?
No.
Just like that 5-month stretch where I was miserable.
Nope.
Right after my book came out. You know how hard it is to talk about video games for 2 hours by yourself? How fucking miserable it is.
Especially when you don't play them.
I played some of them.
Oh! Anyways, yeah, I imagine it would have been a pain in the ass.
Wow, that's sympathy from Ian right there. Wow. Holy shit.